So you've mentioned a couple times open grade base. I'm hearing that more and more. I'm hearing it in the marketplace. Could you want to take a moment to explain open grade base and how the hybrid edging addresses that?
So open grade base is really a thing of the future, I feel. You're seeing a lot in Canada. So Canada is usually 5-10 years ahead of us. They introduced the pavers into the States, like I said, back in the late 70s, early 80s. So they're ahead of us, definitely, when it comes to paver installations. And with the open grade base, there's so many advantages. And we're not only seeing it in Canada, we're seeing a huge amount of contractors starting to embrace it in the States. A lot of it on the East Coast, up through New York, and some parts of the Midwest, you're seeing it too. But open grade base, being 3/4 clean stone, so many advantages. And I'll just run you through a few of them. So if you got clean draining material, when you get moisture in it, your water dissipates quickly. If you're in a freeze-thaw susceptible climate, you're not going to get any movement of frost. So that's one huge advantage for those of us that are in the north. Other than that, though, free draining obviously also keeps your moisture away from your pavers. So if you have an issue of efflorescence, it's kind of known in our industry, sometimes that white, and it's caused by moisture. So if you're using a dense grade base, an inch of C33 sand, retains a lot of moisture, moisture holds fast into the paver, and next thing you know, that bleeds through the surface and you get that white hazing. And sometimes it's very subtle. Some people don't mind it at all, but it definitely takes away from the color. So with an open grade base, free draining, less chance of efflorescence. Cost-wise, I'd say one of the biggest advantages is dense grade base, which is 3/4 compacted gravel. So it's 3/4 all the way down to your fines. But what happens with that, it requires a tremendous amount of compaction. So you're going to have a load, say 15-yard load. You're going to dump it on site. I'm going to take that, I'm going to spread it around. By the time I compact that material, which takes a lot of time compacting, depending on what you have for compaction equipment, and the bigger is better when it comes to compacting gravels. But by the time I'm done compacting that 15-yard load, I'll yield about 10 3/4 to 11 1/4 yards. So you're losing that amount of gravel and yardage, just one load. 3/4 clean stone, so in a hybrid situation, I'm going to dump that 15-yard load. It's going to yield me 14 1/4 yards. So 4 loads, I've lost an entire load of material. So you take that over the course of a year's time,
Significant.
it's significant. Never mind all the time you're going to save by putting a guy in a compactor, back and forth, back and forth. You know, you're spending a tremendous amount of time compacting. You're spending extra money on larger compaction equipment. Where the clean stone, small compaction, all you're doing is just rattling and vibrating that material in. So that's another huge advantage. It was always thought that you really had to sweep an open grade stone in with a small, like number 8 or number 9, so in your joint. But even the patio that we're sitting at here right now, we got 4,000 square foot. This is a test site. It was done 3 years ago, and I've labeled it as hybrid pavement, hence the hybrid edging and hybrid stake. Kind of played off that. But this is 3/4 clean stone all the way up through. It's a number 8 stone, 1 inch. And then what we did different was we swept it in with polymeric sand. We said, let's see how that polymeric sand holds up. And we've been doing this, but this really is an official test site done by one of the large manufacturers. And I'd have to say it's held up phenomenal. We have like 0 failure area anywhere on the patio. So lot of advantages to converting over to open grade, and I think we're just at the tip of the iceberg. I think you're seeing a lot of contractors, light bulbs are going off, and they're saying, wow, we are saving so much time, so much money. You know, if you got high spots in a hard packed gravel base, you got to get either with a machine or you really got to work at that to get that high spot out. With clean stone, it's always workable. So it's always easy to work, it's easy to grade. Like I said, there's just so many advantages, and I think we're going to see a lot of our industry converting over into open grade base. And the biggest problem with open grade was there was no way to restrain those edges. So
And now here's the solution.
And here we have the solution. So it's the hybrid edging, aluminum with the hybrid stake. And again, what this basically is doing, it's got the sharp point on it. You know, we got 4 patents on this product, and driven down into these openings here, that captures enough stone, and that's gonna eliminate your lateral shift or your spreading, which obviously is huge. You gotta stop that.